Previously on Town Hall 11 Free to Play, we used the powerful Queen Charge Miner army. Today, let's get into air for those of you taking the air army approach. There is always another way to 3-star a base. Whether you like ground or air, there's multiple ways of doing it. What's going on, guys? My name is Joe and welcome back for episode 18 of the Town Hall 11 Free to Play series. Yesterday we did Queen Charge Miner. Today we're going to focus in on some air. So I got two replays for you today. One a high percentage 2-star and one a 3-star on a very common base design, and I'm going to show you the differences between the two and the army used to take down those bases for those of you that want to learn air. Alright, let's go ahead and get things started with this first replay. This is the first time that we've covered air in the Town Hall 11 free-to-play series, and this certainly will not be the last because it's a very viable, powerful way to 3-star bases at Town Hall 11. Now, this base design is naturally a very common base design, so we're going to start easy, and then we're going to work our way up as we move throughout this series. So a lot of you guys should know how to take down bases like this, but if you do not, we're going to show you how to do it today. Now, one thing that I cannot teach you in a YouTube video is proper timing, and what I mean by that is when you should drop your balloons, when you should drop your battle blimp, when you should drop your heroes, and you need to be able to practice these things and time things just right, or you will have unsuccessful attacks. The army that we're going to be using today is the Electrone LaLoon. Now, if you remember this one from Town Hall 10, this one is incredibly beast mode, especially with the battle blimp and the Electro Dragon and the cloned balloons. Now, when we look at this particular base, we have some serious flaws going on here to stop the air attack. We have an Inferno Tower, we have an Eagle Artillery, and we have two air defenses side by side. This area is quite possibly perfect for the Electron, especially when we look at the air sweepers and see that one's facing towards this area and one's facing the top side of the base. And we also have an Archer Queen on the opposite side. Now notice where she's placed. She can be pulled out to this outer rim and taken out by the heroes. So that's exactly what Royals is going to do here. He's going to start down here in the bottom side with a pack of balloons to serve two functions. Eliminate this Archer Tower and also look for seeking air mines to stop the battle blimp from reaching the center of the base. And so we got those balloons in. We're going to find one seeking air mine. Battle blimp's going to move in. It's going to find a couple of other seeking air mines. And we also will see the Rage spell dropped and the clone spell. You got the Electro Dragon, and you also have a balloon that is about to be cloned to destroy these 3 or 4 or 5 different defenses, and we'll see a split here. We've also pulled the Clan Castle troops out, which happen to be a dragon and more than likely an ice golem in the Clan Castle. So that dragon's been lured, the Eagle Artillery is gone, one of the Inferno Towers is gone, and 2 of the air defenses are gone. This E-Drag is going to go out on the outer perimeter and start taking out some additional defenses, but then he's going to get distracted by that dragon. So next step is going to be the elimination of this Archer Queen. And so we're going to see a bunch of wall breakers drop. They're going to basically actually kind of fail over there, but then we're going to see the Barb King placed. And so you got the Barbarian King, which is going to lure that dragon out, and the Archer Queen placed back behind him with some more wall breakers to open up this compartment, or at least attempt to. So the Queen is going to eliminate that dragon, and then the Barb King is going to bust through the wall and take out the Archer Queen. This is setting up perfectly for the air portion, the Lava Hounds and balloons. And so when we zoom all the way back out and look at this base, you're going to notice a ring of defenses all the way around. Now, what you got to do is you got to make sure that you time it perfectly to eliminate these defenses over here and make your balloons go into the center of the base to take down these heavyweight defenses. So this is where timing comes into play and perfectly maneuvering the balloons in the right areas. So Queen, she's free to basically clear out a few additional defenses. The King is going to get taken out. And then we're going to see our first Lava Hound dropped to target this air defense right here. Now you're going to see a group of balloons dropped for each individual defense here to target and cause these balloons to move into the center of the base. We got more balloons dropped over here on the far right side to target the Wizard Tower and Archer Tower, and then a haste spell to eliminate that Wizard Tower and cause our balloons to go inside the base. freeze spell dropped on that Inferno Tower to keep it from taking out the Lava Hound too fast. And what this does is allows for the Lava Hound not to pop immediately, because you don't want to lose all of your lava pups in the beginning of the attack. You want to make sure that you keep them alive and leave remnants of them to take down the Town Hall. The Grand Warden's ability was used to save the life of the balloons, allowing them to move into this Hidden Tesla, this Grand Warden, this Air Sweeper, and also this Air Sweeper over here, because we have another group of balloons moving in on that Wizard Tower. Now, it looks like the core is going to fall down very nicely. They're going to find a tornado trap, and then we're going to see a heal spell dropped in the bottom side of the base. Now, quickly, I must stop myself and point out the minions placed over there on the top side of the base, because that is also very important for the timing of your attack. Elimination of those backside buildings, that way your minions move into the core and help your lava pups out. So our big, large group of balloons are going to move through the heal spell, basically getting healed back up before they move into the final Wizard Tower. The haste spell used, elimination of that Wizard Tower, which basically shuts down the rest of the defense. The defenses are going to fall very nicely, and the balloons are going to continue on the backside of the base, eliminating the backside buildings in all the army camps, resource collectors, and odds and ends stuff, while the minions and lava pups take out the Town Hall. And this was just basically a very properly timed attack, and if you time it just right, you can get your balloons to path into the center of the base like you want them to do. I'm going to go ahead and speed this one up, that way you can see the army for yourself and screenshot it. Now we're going to take a look at a fail and show you what happens when you mistime things. This is our second replay, and you will notice that our base is very similar from the previous attack. So one thing to take away from this video is that if you have clanmates running very similar bases, beware. This might not be a very good strategy for winning wars, because you might have an attacker that can take out one and should be able to take out the second, but that was not necessarily the case in this war. Overconfidence, that's the words of our attacker. I was speaking with him in game earlier. Now, one thing that I did not point out in the previous attack, because we were focused on the air portion, was what the Queen was doing. The Queen was over on the left side of the base, eliminating defenses to help the balloons out. So that will not happen in this replay, and if you know how the previous replay went down, we're going to have a very similar thing happen here. We're going to start out with that pack of balloons on the left side, after that archer tower, and then we're going to see the battle blimp move into the core of this base to take out very similar defenses. So the battle blimp's going to move in, and we're going to see it pop just above the air defenses, rage and clone spell, and the balloons are going to branch out, taking out the Inferno Towers, the Hidden Teslas, and also taking out the Eagle Artillery. So very close to the previous attack, right? We got that dragon gone. The dragon's no longer available in this attack, and the E-Dragon's going to kick out on the outside to eliminate defenses, but unfortunately, he's going to find a Seeking Air Mine. Now, up in the top side, we have the Archer Queen that was placed on the outer rim. So very similar approach. Barb King's in there to take down that Queen. Archer Queen is placed over here to start eliminating defenses and set up the base in a very similar manner to the previous attack. But this time around, it looks like we had an ice golem pulled out of the clan castle, which is going to cause a little bit of problems for our Archer Queen. She is going to get tied up on that ice golem while there's an archer tower here doing damage to her. So her ability is going to get used, and unfortunately, she's not going to make it very far on her descent like the previous attack, because in the last attack, she went after defenses like this, and she was able to eliminate them to help the balloons out. So this time around, we have our Lava Hound placed in a different area and our balloons dropped in a different area. But we're going to see a very similar pattern with the balloons dropped around the base to go after defenses and tie them into the center of this base, going after the Inferno Tower, Hidden Teslas, and air defenses. So looks like the balloons get on target, but our Lava Hound pops, and it looks like our second Lava Hound is unfortunately going to pop as well, and the balloons will arrive a little bit later. Grand Warden's ability will be used, and the balloons will eliminate those defenses, but we only have about 3 or 4, maybe 5 lava pups that are left up there cleaning, and this takes a really long time for them to do. heal spell is going to be dropped, and our balloons are going to move very slowly into the bottom side of the base. Now, why is he not using haste spells? Because he's got to focus in on these wizard towers. So he's got one wizard tower remaining on the opposite side of the base. Remember, wizard towers are incredibly powerful versus your balloons, so you do need to pay attention to this, and you need to have a plan for taking down those wizard towers just as much as the air defenses. We got the minions and lava pups around the base, but they're not in the core like the previous attack. And so we got freeze spell on the wizard tower, large group of balloons taking out that wizard tower and moving into the final defense. But unfortunately, because that archer queen died at the beginning of the attack, we're going to see a very slow ending, and that's unfortunately what happens here. The archer queen was not on the outside of the base to clear out those backside defenses like the previous attack, and unfortunately our balloons will be forced to go through the backside and then move to the core. The town hall will fall, but unfortunately we had two buildings remaining in the gold storage and this builder's hut. So that was some basic air for those of you that are working towards your air armies. Remember, we're very early in the Town Hall 11 free-to-play series, so a lot of you guys might be new and you're trying to work your way towards those higher level troops and higher level heroes, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of something to work on, at least that army, because that's an incredibly powerful army. Actually, I like that army as a matter of fact, but on my journey, I have not been focused on the air troops. I focus in more on what I specialize in, and that's more of the ground stuff. But per request in the last episode, we did have a request to see my main account, and so really fast I wanted to show you this is the very first account that I ever created in Clash of Clans, and as you can see, it's mostly maxed out. We're still working on a few additional upgrades in wizard towers. Those are the final defenses. We have 8 more pieces of wall, and I think I have 2 more things in the lab that I have to finish, and I will be maxed out again. So until the next update, and we'll see what they include there. But this is my max Town Hall 13. That was my very first account, and on that note, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the Town Hall 11 free-to-play account. And so this account is the one that we've spent our last 11 months developing from a new Town Hall 7. So again, we're back on this account, and I need to go ahead and collect some gems, guys. I'm telling you right now, if you are playing free-to-play and you spend a lot of your gems like we did 2 episodes ago, it can get a little harsh. I'm not even joking about that. So we were able to clear out a few trees and bushes or something like that and got back to 48 gems, and we're going to go ahead and claim this gem box for 25 more gems. And again, when it comes to getting gems and not buying them, it can be a little trying. I'm going to tell you like that right now. The only way to really speed this up is to really target in and zone in on those achievements. I got a few achievements that I'm working on to try to get some more gems, but we got a long ways to go before we unlock any major numbers. And on that note, I do believe that is going to wrap us up for today. Unfortunately, I am not going to be using any air attacks in this video, and the reason behind it is because I don't have the troop levels to do so. Remember, like I mentioned a moment ago, we've been moving non-stop throughout this series, and air troops, I just haven't upgraded a lot of them. So we'll have to work on that in the future, but I focus more on the ground stuff. So hopefully you're able to get something out of today's video, and you understand that you need to practice this stuff in order to time it properly. If you can master air, you are going to be a phenomenal attacker all the way up until you get to Town Hall 13, because Town Hall 13 is still kind of in the balancing phase, and the balloons aren't necessarily 100% crushing bases like they do down here at Town Hall 11. If you enjoyed our content, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you like watching us every single day, turn on those notifications. If you need any additional video support, or you want to see the Town Hall 11 free-to-play series from the very beginning, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.